and girls. So for writing today, I came up with a couple of questions that you will be able to include in your writing. Now, I'm going to read you my example. You're working on your last square, which you will include whatever is currently happening to your person that you're writing about. And you're going to write a little, your last paragraph, and then guess what, guys? We're going to do the editing process and then the final draft, and I'm sending them to a teacher for review. Now, the very last part, what I want you guys to do is I'm going to read you what the requirements are, and then I'm going to read you my example. Okay, so the requirements for the assignment today is you're going to, these are some questions you can think about. You can have a different conclusion, but some questions to answer in your fourth square would be, do they have grandchildren? Are they still working today? Did they make any big changes in their lives recently? Where are they now, and what are some possible hobbies they are into? If you're doing an older person, sometimes what happens when they're much older by now, they have a hobby that they enjoy doing. So like some people might start playing the sports more often, like golfing, or I don't know, whatever sport they might be into. Some of them might travel more. A lot of people move to like warm places. Like some people in the winter, they move to Florida. They live in Florida. It's like things like that. And because some people retire, which means they no longer work. They've worked many years, and then at a certain age they stop working. It's called retirement. They no longer have to work. And some people have retired by now, and they're able to enjoy themselves and vacation more and do stuff like that. I don't know how old the person you are writing about. Everybody has a different age person. Some of you are doing someone young, so you might have a different conclusion for them. And even if you're doing someone young, you can include like what are some activities they're doing now. You can say something about the quarantine, what they're doing during quarantine, like currently what are they stuck doing. Some people are stuck somewhere. For example, I'm going to read you the example about my dad. He's actually currently stuck in Russia. He can't come and visit us. Okay, so next one is the number 5 to include is, please wrap up the assignment with a strong conclusion sentence. Include any other important details you may find interesting about your person. So just please add details. So now I'm going to read you my example. I'm sorry, there's a lot of noise over here. Okay. In Russia, Edward decided that sitting home was not for him. He wanted to go back to work. Edward has always had a great passion for cooking. He later decided to open up a chain of his own restaurants and is currently running them. He has included many of his own recipes in his restaurant kitchen. He enjoys working because it keeps him busy. Him and Lana appreciate the calm life in Russia, but come to visit their daughters and 3 grandchildren every 3 to 4 months. I actually didn't mention another detail. His sisters and brothers are all living in the U.S. and so is his mother, but I didn't include that. I don't know how I forgot to include something like that. But you see, now as someone that's writing a biography, I forgot something important. But I'm just going to let it be. Edward and Svetlana still have their house in Virginia and spend some time with their grandchildren during holiday breaks. Although Edward enjoys working, he often finds himself missing his family in the United States, so when he feels sad, he comes back to visit. He is currently staying in Russia. This is my conclusion sentence, okay? He is currently staying in Russia to avoid exposure to the coronavirus. However, once it is safe to travel, he will be returning to the United States to visit his family. I decided this was an appropriate conclusion because this is what's going on right now in his life. He's stuck in another country where by now he would have visited already, like in May, and we're already beginning of May, end of April. He was supposed to come back to visit us, and he can't because he's stuck there. And even though the borders are open for citizens of the United States, so they are technically allowed to travel right now because they're citizens, they live in the U.S., they're afraid to because they're a little bit younger and they're a little bit older, and they want to be safe. So this is my example. This is gonna be it for me. This is my last box. I worked just as hard as you guys on this. So maybe I should also get to keep Munchkin. Just joking. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and post this. You guys can read my example again if you need to. If you need my help, please reach out to me. Have your parents call me. I'll help you. I'll definitely make time to help you. All right, guys, good luck. I cannot wait to read the rest of this, and then I'm going to read all of it, put all the pieces together for each one of you, print them out, correct everything, add comments, add details. You're going to do your final draft, and hopefully, I'm thinking by Friday we're going to be done with the final draft, at the latest by Monday, and then I'm going to submit them for final review. I'm so excited. You guys have been doing such a great job with this assignment. All right, good luck, and I'll talk to you.